Welcome to the G.A.B. This is G.A.B.
They should have never gave you platform.
It's the G.A.B. It's the G.A.B. We back. It's the G.A.B. It's the G.A.B. and we back. It's the G.A.B. It's the G.A.B. and we back. Yeah. What's good with y'all out there? This is another episode of the G.A.B. I'm your lovely or hated host Kamal, aka the Black Seinfeld, aka Magic X. And since I got the best audience out there, what should the best audience be doing right now? I mean, I don't know why y'all waiting. Y'all already know. Give yourself a round of applause. If they watching, we stay learning. And I appreciate all y'all. From the ugly to the beautiful and to the in-betweeners. And oh God. So many in-betweeners out there. Good Lord. Wow. Anyway, for my tubers, YouTube been around since 2005. I don't need to tell y'all what to do to get the video or the channel booming. But just like the rest of the tubers say, I'm going to say the same thing. Like a sub. Sub a share. Share a comment. Comment a like. Y'all know what to do. Some of y'all spread here, you feel me? For my potters though, I'm on Google Podcasts, I'm on Apple Podcasts, I'm on Spotify, and I'm on iHeartRadio. Across all those platforms, all you gotta do is type in the G.A.B. or Kamal Johnson Network, and bam, I pop right up. You feel me? Alright. Oh, also appreciate my lovely sponsor, First Place Losers. The link to the shop gonna be in the description below. Y'all go check out the fire-ass garments made out of 100% Egyptian cotton. Guarantee to boost your sex appeal up by, let's say, 31%. And look here. If it look good on me, it's most definitely going to look good on your in-between ass, okay? With that being said, let's hop right into the topic. And today's topic, I got to talk about it, man. Look, man, y'all better leave us black people alone. Leave us alone. Y'all better stop effing with us. Oh, yeah. We out there fighting back. We always been, but now it's getting shown even more. From the Montgomery brawl to the incident that happened in Detroit, where the man had to use another chair, ring, to the black woman had to whoop on this one Karen's ass. She was getting out of pocket. She was defending herself. Picked up the chair. They're like, oh Lord, we know what y'all do with chairs. Oh. There's another incident. Black, was she a teenager or she was a young adult? I think she was maybe 17, 18. I don't know. She picked up a chair to defend herself from one of these honkies. Yeah. Y'all better leave us alone. Let us be. Cause we ain't no pushovers, alright? We whooping ass. We back at it, alright? Beating ass.
Jesus Christ.
You know what I mean? Us, foundational black Americans, we out here whooping ass. Beating ass. Shit, FBA, forever beating ass. Not only foundational black American, it is also forever beating ass. Try if you want. That should be the new folding chair slogan. Try if you want, we'll fold your ass. Oh my God. Oh my God. Big my own self up. The crowd is like, huh? What? Forever beating ass. Oh. You know, white folks like, excuse me, sir. Why would that want to be your slogan? Are these weak ass coons out here? These motherfuckers like, oh my God, dude, why are you promoting black people, beating people? Cry me a river, bruh. God damn. The F out of here. Nah, we protecting ourselves. We beating ass. Leave us alone. That's the solution. If y'all just leave us the F alone, you feel me? Stop trying to try us. You wouldn't have these outcomes. Just letting y'all know, bruh. Oh, and I think y'all didn't understand, us, Black Americans, Black people and shit. I think y'all didn't understand we are very fluent in Charati. What? Chair Kwando. What? You feel me? We have perfected the chair style.
Oh my God!
Yeah. Perfected it. Perfection. Hakeem! So with that being said, it's best if y'all leave us alone. Just saying. Man. It's been so beautiful seeing us, Black Americans, Black people. We just protecting ourselves. You know what I mean? And we ain't out here looking like victims. We looking victorious. Okay? But all you motherfuckers out there that keep complaining about like, oh, you Black people, bruh. Why y'all so proud of y'all fighting? Oh, blah, 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 blah. Some of you social media coons and tethers and dumbasses and dweebs and honky white supremacists, mother effers out there that's saying this narrative. The solution is if y'all just leave us the F alone and mind your damn business. Or like at the Montgomery Brawl, when bro was just doing his job and y'all want to act like tools. If y'all stop doing that, maybe we wouldn't have to hit y'all ass with Cherry Kwando and beating ass. Have y'all thought about that? I mean, have y'all? Also, another narrative, right? And we see this a lot. Black men being victims of brutality, white supremacy, anywhere from it could be the police to just seeing them get assaulted at work or shit like that. You know what I mean? That narrative. And you know how y'all always try to spin and be like, well, why y'all don't do nothing? Oh, man, y'all acting weak. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Come here. Come closer. Closer. Now y'all, right? Y'all are saying all that shit, right? And now we showing strength, togetherness, fighting back, whooping ass, standing on our square. Come on, a little bit closer, a little bit closer. Now you punk motherfuckers is complaining about that. God damn. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. I'd rather be on a damned if you do, we gonna whoop your ass. I'd rather be on that side. Feels so much better being on that side. You know what I mean? Us coming together, protecting ourselves, beating ass. I'd rather be on that side than us talk about, oh Lord, damn, oh, another black male victim. No, man. Tired of that narrative. Rather have this narrative. Oh man, my people can't come together for shite. Excuse me? No, I like this narrative. We coming together, standing as one. My Black American brothers and sisters. Yeah. But I'm keep reiterating. I got the solution. I mean, will it work? No. I mean, come on now. It ain't gonna work. They ain't gonna never leave us alone, black people. My Black Americans. They ain't gonna never leave us alone. So we might have to keep putting the foot in the ass and keep showing our charity. You know what I mean? Because they ain't gonna leave us alone. But that's the solution. Just leave us the F alone, and I mean, follow instructions. Ain't that hard. And if not, y'all still gonna keep getting your ass beat. I love it. Love it. All right, y'all know what segment we about to get into. We about to get into the sad segment. And today I gotta talk about this Netflix series right here. Them white folks in Montgomery, bro, they most definitely needed this shit. You feel me? After getting their ass whooped up and down that river, whatever thing you want to call it. They needed painkillers. See what I did there? Yeah. Painkillers, name of the show, the series. And since we was already earlier talking about white degenerates and white thugs and white savagery, you feel me? The white people in Montgomery, bro, they got their ass whooped beneath these painkillers. This is what Painkiller deep dives into. The white gangsters and degenerates, the Sackler family. From Arthur Sackler to Richard Sackler. Thugs, savage. They ain't do no jail time. Pay to just, you know what? I'm giving some of the plot of the series. You know what? Let me give you the stats, then give you some of the actors, and then I'm gonna hop right back into this plot to talk about these white thugs and savage, the Sackler family. Yeah. Anyway, so Rotten Tomatoes and what you call it? Actually, that's it. Rotten Tomatoes haven't gave a review yet, our percentage. So, but IMDb gave it a 7.5, and the people gave it a 94%. IMDb this time, you. With the people I stand. Yeah, this was really good. Had me on the edge of my seat. Giggity. Oh man, bro, this was good. I was like, I put it like this. They told the story of what happened really, really well. It wasn't good, like what happened though, because it basically was like a, epidemic. But I like how they tied in how, like, yeah, us black people, we got hit with the crack epidemic, and look where it landed our people and shit. You know what I mean? I like how they kind of tied that in and shit. That was beautiful. But let me give you some of the actors that I felt were, like, the most important. You feel me? So West Dunchavani, however you say her last name, she played Shannon Shacker, or whatever her name. Shannon. That's gonna be her name. All right. Then Matthew Broderick, he played Richard Sackler, and then Taylor Kish, he played Glenn Krieger, and Glenn Krieger was, they were showing, because they're showing the aspect from the top to the so-called working class in the bottom. The aspect of how OxyContin, like, affected everybody. That was that, and he was he was a mechanic and owned up his own shop. And I'm gonna get more into it after I name some more characters. Another important character played by Uza Aduba. She played Eddie. She was like the main investigator and stuff like that. I want to see her in more roles. Man, she kills her roles. She was in the Orange Is the New Black. You know what I mean? And for her to play that role in the Orange Is the New Black and play this role, I was like, I want to see her in more shows, more movies. She was killing it. By far, best actor, actress on here. You feel me? I was like, bruh, incredible. Hey man, I think she should win an award for this shit, dude. I think she should win an award. You know what I mean? This was incredible. But look at though. Let me hop into the plot. I'm gonna give you a quick plot, and then I'm gonna deep dive into some details. Quick plot basically is about the family, the Sackler family, and how they went from basically because they're doctors and stuff, but they start figuring out like it's better if we just become freaking salesmen. And let's be real, they were just drug dealers. They was just drug dealers that just was able to sell shit legally. Arthur Sackler was the uncle of Richard Sackler, and basically Arthur Sackler was selling morphine and doing that shit. And Richard Sackler was like, "Look, we're gonna sell somewhat the same product." They knew that it was basically heroin in a pill form, but much stronger. And they just was like, "Yo, we just want to steer away from the whole morphine thing because that relates to death and stuff like that. We wanted more of a happier term, and that's what they tried to do." Basically, they did until down the line, all the destruction and stuff. And it showed an aspect of how Arthur Sackler, he wanted to be more of like legacy, name. Like the name was so important to him from what they showed in this show. Like legacy. That's why he bought like museum, art exhibits, and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And Richard Sackler, when he kind of took over the Sackler name and in the biz, he was more just like, bro, I just want to win and get money. I don't care about none of that other shit. And technically, through this court case, that's what happens. That literally what happened. They had to pay a settlement of $4.5 billion. And I know some of you are like, God damn! Oh Lord, that's a lot of money. And they only worth $11 billion. They're like, God damn! Oh, but see, here's a stippler. here's the situation. They get to pay it over the span of like 10 years. And what also happened, I'm telling y'all the end first before the beginning. What also happened is that nobody else can sue them ever. Ever. Perpetuity. Ever. You can't make another case against them. And they're already worth $11 billion when they got hit with this. Which means they could have paid off the fine and still be worth over $5 billion. Bro, what Richard Sackler basically says, like, bro, we about to pay this off in 3 or 4 years through the interest that we about to get through selling this Oxycontin. And that's basically what's going to happen. So, name was ruined. Name is ruined. Like, every time you hear Sackler, most people are going to be like, oh, y'all just the drug dealers. Y'all the Oxycontin drug dealers. Some people ain't going to say that, you feel me? They too puss, you know what I mean? They part of the little group and shit, you know. They be like, oh, Sackler got hella money. I'm going to kiss ass. No, look it. Drug dealer, Oxycontin. So, let me give you the whole. I gave you the ending kind of. Now let me backtrack to the beginning and then lead you up to the ending. So basically, like I said, Painkiller is a limited series, and they're essentially just showing the effect of what Oxycontin had from the working class to the top echelons. You feel me? So, like I said, Richard Sackler, he wants to do basically what his uncle did, but he wants to steer away from the morphine. So that's why I came up with Oxycontin, because nobody had any association with Oxycontin. They were like, what is this shit? Like, what? And then they were, essentially, you had your sales team. And then Shannon, she was like the new girl, and she was under the wing of one of the top sellers. And you start figuring out like the mindset of some of these people. Like Shannon, she was conflicted because like she starts seeing like, yo, we kind of messing up people in a sense. But she was still so money hungry and caught up in that world. Is like at the end, she did flip, but it was kind of like the damage was already done. It's too late. And also she saw how scummy like the doctors were and how you had to like she had to play within her sexuality, and she got sexually assaulted at one of the conferences. It was freaking wild. It was a big ass party and nobody noticed that she was getting sexually assaulted. You know why? Because people at the party was doing Oxy. These are the same people that were like, they were not only slanging the stuff to the doctors, you feel me? They slanging it to their friends. They getting addicted to it. It was crazy. And these are supposed to be the top echelons. They the like sellers of the Oxy. You saw the goddamn secretary doing it of the company, Purdue Pharma. That's the company that Richard Sackler, ran. You feel me? A lot of people know Purdue Pharma. Not a lot of people know who Richard Sackler is. And that's the point. We want to bring out the names of these mother effers, you feel me? Because a lot of times their name get kind of swept under the rug and they're able to do more of the BS. Purdue. And that's another thing they did. I know I'm going off on a tangent, but the reason why is because I know some of this story also without seeing the movie. So I'm going to go off tangent sometimes. Purdue Pharma basically tried to go bankrupt. And what Richard Sackler tried to do was like, okay, this is under Purdue Pharma, not the name. So what happens is make the company go bankrupt. We don't got to pay the lawsuits. You know why? Because we don't even have the money. We bankrupt. And the courts was like, nah, bro, we ain't having that. Y'all still got to come out of pocket. So with that being said, Shannon, she did it too at a party and stuff like that. And like I said, she was the newbie of the sales force. And how they string people along was basically making it seem like they were helping people. And to a naive mind, you really think you're helping people. You having these doctors that went to school for hella years prescribing this stuff, you know what I mean? And you're thinking like, oh, you're helping with people pain. When down the line, it's like, nah, you kind of ruining their lives. Because they're giving them dosage. And this where we'll have Glenn Krieger character come in. Like, he's a mechanic. He owns a mechanic shop. You feel me? And it's a family-owned business. And essentially what happened was his son was around with one of the crane things. And bruh got hit, fell on his back, injured his back. And so he went to the doctor. Doctor started prescribing him Oxycontin. If Oxycontin is liquid heroin and you prescribing somebody to take liquid heroin 2 days out the week, and then within a couple months, you're upping the milligrams, which is the strength of it. And that was another thing that played into the sales thing. But I'll tell that in a little bit. But you up the milligrams from 10 to 30, from 30 to 50. You feel me? Your body gets acclimated. Now they're addicted. It's a drug at the end of the day. Yes. And they were showing, bro, they were just showing how like him and his family were basically falling apart because he addicted to this drug, which in his mind at first, in the family, it's like, oh, you're just taking a painkiller to get your back better. But then it's like how like Richard Sackler and Purdue got to get around a lot of stuff was like a lot of jargon, a lot of I believe it will heal, and in your head like, well, his back is healed, but we're not liable with him becoming an addict. And then another thing that played into this whole milligram thing, it was like the salespeople and the doctor, the way they got paid wasn't about the amount of pills, it was the milligrams. Because through the insurance, they had some type of freaking deal where if you sell more milligrams, we all make more money. And it was like, well, of course they're going to be more on like, you know what, just up the milligrams. Up the milligrams, let's all get paid. And at the end of the day, it was just a drug business cartel. That's all what happened. Literally. And who got messed up the most? Glenn Krieger, the working man. Family fell apart. He was trying to kick this addiction. You know what I mean? He getting kicked out the house, fighting with his son, and all types of stuff. And then at the end, bro, OD died in his freaking working van because of this. Wow, bro, I'm telling you. And like this one, the other character comes in, Eddie. She's the main investigator, and she comes in, right? And like, she not knowing anything about Oxycontin. Like that's the thing that got a lot of people too. Like it just took by storm because it's like A lot of people don't know what it really is and how it's really working. And essentially, like, Richard Sackler just paid off the main person at the FDA. So, like, they were able to slang this legally. And they knew that what the thing was, what they were trying to catch him on was like, did they do trials and knew that this shit was highly addictive before, putting it out to the public like that? Which they did, because they showed one of the first things, and Richard Sackler was like, yeah, whatever. Pill from heroin, who cares? As long as we get away from the name of how my uncle had it, where it was morphine and it was related to death and war. We wanted to be related to, we relieving your pain. Pleasure. Crazy, right? So then Eddie comes in, and basically her motivation was like, you mother effers is out there selling this product all willy-nilly, getting rich. Wow. It's the same epidemic when it came to like black people, when it came to crack, and my brother in jail for selling probably like a 20 sack of crack. But he in jail while y'all out here getting rich. My shit got torn up. You know what I mean? My family, my community got torn up. And y'all out here doing the same selling. And y'all getting rich. Oh, F that. That was basically her motivation. That's how they kind of tied it in. But what they should have tied in, and I'm going to give you, like I say, I'm going off tangent because I know some of this story before this thing came out. Let's be real. The real reason why black people didn't get caught up in this epidemic, and this was all in middle America and mainly a lot of white communities, is because doctors didn't really prescribe black people Oxycontin. You know why? Because they felt that us in our black bodies, we have a higher pain tolerance. And they were like, we're not going to help with y'all pain. Suffer it through yourself. So, in a sense, that's why we didn't really get caught up in this swarm of the epidemic when it came to the oxys and stuff like that. Crazy, right? Now, back to the show. So Eddie started investigating the Oxycontin and the what was going on, and they start figuring out like, oh, y'all just really just selling drugs, but they couldn't nail them on a crime because the FDA legalized it, and how they got to the FDA person. They just paid him out. Everybody on here at the end of the day got paid out, bruh. That's how they kept going with this. And soon as like Eddie, because she started working with another investigator that was like top notch, and he played John Brownlee. This was played by Tyler Ritter. John Brownlee, he was like the main investigator in Virginia or something like that. And essentially, bruh at first, right, he didn't understand what Oxycontin was either. It's all new. He was like, whatever, all right. Well, figure out a crime. And what happened was Eddie and John Brownlee, they kind of figured out what the crime was. And John Brownlee went into like a meeting. He was supposed to talk to Richard Sackler. And Richard Sackler was like, man, you're going to talk to one of my other people. And while this meeting was going on, bro was just playing with his dog, making a distraction. Kind of genius. And basically what they did, they sunned John Brownlee and was like, man, chill, bro. Get out of here. Sunned him. Didn't like it. Lit a fire under his ass. So then they was really going after him. They started figuring out the inner workings of stuff. And it's like, oh, these people actually selling it to the doctors. The doctors prescribing this. Some of them didn't know it was addictive. Many of them did know that it was addictive. Plenty did know. And so then they were like, well, we get paid through the milligrams. We know it's highly addictive, but F it. High, make the dosage high as hell. Which then you start seeing like, since people addicted, they start becoming pill heads, and they start going to these offices and being like, oh, I got pain, bro. Just give me the oxy. And it just wasn't only the working class, you feel me, that was doing this. You start seeing like, bro, the secretary of the company of Purdue started abusing the drug. This was hitting everybody. You feel me? And so they figured out like, okay, this is the crime. They basically lied under oath and said that they had no recollection that this could be an addictive drug, which was a lie. They knew. But what happened was, and Richard Sackler knew. He knew this the whole time. He just playing the game. He made a phone call to the DOJ, which is Department of Justice. Knew somebody in there. He knew Rudy Giuliani, congressman. Called bruh, like, look, man, make this go away. Make bruh go away. All that happened, he went to Congress. Rudy Giuliani called somebody else called somebody. And this is a form of power. This had nothing to do with money. This is power, y'all. Which comes along with it is money and stuff like that. But somebody from the DOJ called John Brown Lee. Basically told, bruh, you want your career to progress? All right, then make a deal. Drop this shit. All right? Then you saw in the courtroom, you thought they were going to have the case against Richard Sackler and be like, yeah, we about to nail this motherfucker. And then they just said, oh, we made a plea deal. We're pleading out of court. Man, Eddie was pissed. But then she figured out this is how the game played. John Brown Lee, he had a look of like, kind of like, damn, couldn't do nothing. He just folded. Had to. Cold, man. And then at the very end, it's just Shannon flipped, you feel me, and didn't mean nothing. Like I said, Glenn character, family all got destroyed. He died OD in his damn working van. You know what I mean? Richard Sackler, the name Sackler got destroyed, but the money didn't. Actually, Richard Sackler, his ultimate goal, what he wanted to do, accomplished it. Eddie, goes back to like her brother. Her brother's in jail for slinging crack, while this motherfucker's out here slinging oxy. Same concept, different results. Richard Sackler just keeps on getting rich, while Eddie, brother, who was black, got to spend time in jail for hella years. It's all a game, y'all. All in the system, bro. It's all bullshit, man. It's all bullshit. And that's what Painkillers showed, bro. Wow. What a wild show, man. I highly recommend watching it, even though I don't suggest... Look, I don't tell y'all what to watch or what y'all shouldn't watch. You feel me? But I say y'all should watch this show. Shit is crazy, man. Shows one of the biggest drug dealers, biggest savagery, biggest thugs out here, the Sackler family, Richard Sackler and his fam. Once again, this is Painkillers on Netflix. It's wild, man. Wow. Anyway, you already know what time it is, right? It's meme time. And I got some memes for y'all. Hope y'all ready. And they got Fry from Futurama looking like... I know y'all can't see mine. And it reads, not sure if the pain meds aren't working. Or if they are, and the pain I would have beat... I can't even read. Would be in, would have killed me already. Hey, when I be taking like, some painkillers too, you feel me? Not Oxycontin, but you might be having what you call it, Advil and what's the other shit? I can't think of it right now. But when you take it, and you be thinking like, yo, is these things really working? Or I'm just like, it is like just my brain with me right now, and I'm just like, bro, you just don't know. Man, I think it worked to a certain extent because like inflammation and stuff like that. Really be thinking that, man. You feel me? All right. Got this meme right here. And it got Nathaniel Alexander, a great inventor. You know what I mean? Invented a lot of stuff. But I know some of y'all didn't know that he also invented the folding chair. Wow. They got on the other side, got the person of the year times, they got the folding chair. Yeah. And it says FAFO, chair name, person of the year. FAFO means fuck around, find out. Yeah, I bet you I didn't know a black man invented the folded chair. It's fitting. Yeah. I mean, end of the day, I keep saying, just leave us black people alone. But nah, y'all want to keep messing with us. So we gonna keep folding the competition. Now you got another meme, you know what I mean? The infamous black dude that be like this. And it reads, when you take all your dad's painkillers, but you can't feel the belt. Oh, man. Would this be considered dark humor? It's like, yeah, see, now I don't feel that belt. Somehow, you know what I mean? you still feel that belt? You be like, God damn! How can I came? Hey, man, we need to, you know what? Ass whooping needs to come back in style, you know what I mean? I'm tired of this era. Oh my God. You shouldn't hit your kids. Now, there's a difference from like abuse and then just a behind whooping and ass whooping. Hell, I done got ass whoopings. It's okay. Bring that back. You know what I mean? A little game. You know what I mean? Especially for boys. That's how we listen at times. Little ass whooping. Anyway. Alright. Yo, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to the show, you feel me? Hey, I want to appreciate my potters this time. Numbers is going up. Y'all doing the damn thing, you feel me? Let's get them reviews up. But the numbers are going up. Y'all doing the damn thing, you feel me? Appreciate y'all. Looky, once again, this is another episode of the G.A.B. I'm your lovely or hated host, Kamal, a.k.a. the Black Seinfeld, a.k.a. Magic X. And since I got the best audience out there, what should the best audience be doing right now? That's right, giving yourself a round of applause, you feel me? Now, if they watching, at least they learning, you feel me? And I appreciate all y'all, from the ugly to the beautiful and to the in-betweeners. And we already know. So many in-betweeners out there. Good Lord. For my tubers, though, YouTube been around since 2005. I don't need to tell y'all what to do to get the video or the channel booming. But just like the rest of the tubers say, I'm going to say the same thing. Like a sub a share. Share a comment. Comment a like. Y'all know what to do. Some of y'all subscribe, you feel me? For my potters, though, I'm on Google Podcasts. I'm on Apple Podcasts. I'm on Spotify. And I'm on iHeartRadio. Across all those platforms. All you got to do is type in the G.A.B. or Kamal Johnson ENT. My bad. Network. Say ENT. I make mistakes sometimes, all right? Type that in, though. Bam! You'll see me pop right up. You feel me? Look, I'm your lovely or hated host, Kamal, a.k.a. the Black Seinfeld, a.k.a. Magic X. All right? Look, man. For my potters, which is doing the damn thing, I bigged y'all up. You feel me earlier? You know what I mean? Google Podcast. Oh, I think I already said that. Damn, I'm doing double time. My bad, y'all. Anyway, hey, I like to thank my sponsors, First Place Losers. The link to the shop gonna be in the description below. Y'all go check out the fire-ass garments made out of 100% Egyptian cotton. I guarantee it'll boost your sex appeal up by, let's say, 42%. And look here. If it look good on me, it's gonna look good on your in-between ass, okay? With that being said, y'all have a good day, good evening, good whenever it is y'all consuming this content. Have a good one of it, y'all. And I'm out. Peace. Man, that folding chair, bruh. Boy, we learning that chair jiu-jitsu. Chair Kwando, Charati, Kakankas. You better leave us alone, y'all. This was G.A.B. This was G.A.B. Ooh, yeah.